Magician Apprenticeship. And we're back in Ronin, of course, as was the last one. It's a lie. I won't accept it. That person can't be defeated by the underling of the church. However, it's in fact a hot topic in this town. It's in fact a hot topic. The place where the divine beast became a wretched state that can't be think that it was a small forest. As if the ravages of the destruction that seemed to be a barrage of great magic, the dregs of the dark magical power still remain. Apparently, the magic of the dark system is used, but even I don't know the details. Darkness magic? No. It can't be think that all this dark magical power still remains. Then, is it the abyss magic? Abyss magic. The highest rank magic of the dark system that's assumed that it exists. I have not seen the real thing, too. I was the first time for me when I saw that person has the skill. Then, is this dregs of magic power the traces that person using the abyss magic? Although there's a weird feeling, the opponent must have been an opponent that the great magic must be used that left such influence like this. It's tinged with truth thus suddenly that person was defeated. I left the town that boiled to avenge the divine beast-sama. Even it's such a person, it will die when the time comes, huh? This world is a wide thing. Compared with it, I'm a petty thing. I lose sight of my aim, and the living vitality is falling rapidly. If I return to the Empire, there might be some kind of punishment for breaking the confinement. Although it should not be a severe punishment, that is troublesome now. It might be fun to droop on a field somewhere and die. If I will die anyway, I suddenly think of isn't it better to die at the place where I met that person? It was a good idea. Now that it's decided, transfer at once. And at the transfer destination, I meet that person again. Although the appearance changed, I won't forget that intimidating air. Although it's split into two, my eyes can't be deceived. Both are real. What? As expected. I never thought that it can even split. It calmly accomplishes the things that I can't think of. One of them is white spider's appearance. Although it was black when I saw it before, it shrinks and the color changes too. However, the two sickles of its forefoot are there. The other one is a black spider. This one is slightly large. There's no sickle and it seems to be just like the normal Terratech species. Although I'm interested in how it's split, it's probably the method that's impossible for me who has a human body to imitate. Then I should learn the things other than that. I applied for apprenticeship when I noticed. I talked passionately for several hours. Apparently, it seems to be astonished. Oops. I lose myself and talk passionately too much. However, with this, it's clear. This person understands the human language. Well, it's unthinkable that such a person can't understand words. Even though it understands my words, there's no reaction. Apparently, it won't accept me as an apprentice. Having said that, it's not cruel. Although it turned a silent killing intent to me after transfer, it vanishes now. For the time being, it seems that I won't be killed immediately. Although it doesn't welcome me, it doesn't eliminate me. It's like a stance of persisting abstention. Abstention. Yeah. Then I will observe this person's actions and ascertain how this person reached the extremity of magic. I decide so, and the observation began. A few minutes after the observation begins, I have the feeling that the world was overturned. It's terrific. That's the word for it. When I met it at this place before, I noticed it in the long distance. It's the same as that time that it activates several skills. However, I understood that it's doing something aberrant with the body just by observing it carefully and closely than that time. This person always activates the very small magic and wears it in its body. In addition, multiple magics too. The ones that can be confirmed are dark, soil, wind, and light. Those 4 kinds of magic is activated simultaneously. A voice of admiration leaks out unintentionally to the too minute result of the magic. What a minute magic. Magic is the means for attack. That means power is demanded from it, and the powerless magic is unneeded. Then power is demanded for magic, and its eternity. Eternity. Oh, Christ. Eternity that it becomes huge. The very small magic that breaks into common sense. Normally, these kinds of things have no meaning. However, I'm convinced. This is the essence of the magic, the ultimate secrets. There's no troubles if it's only making it huge. If I put my strength only on that, it can be done. However, about making it smaller, there's no use to just reduce the power. The precise construction technique is needed to make the fragile and small construction. The magical power is poured into the fragile construction, and the delicate power adjustment demanded from the magical manipulation. The polished technique is that it's impossible to reach with strength. I imitate the technique immediately. At first I experimented with my own forte, fire. The result is a failure. My whole body catches fire splendidly and burns my body. I extinguish it in a hurry and laugh instinctively. What a difficulty! To carry out such an outrageous thing as if it's breathing. Even though I tested various attributes after that, all the results were failures. However, there was a gain. Why I do such things, that's for the level of raising skills. Every time I fail, I was able to confirm that the level of the skill rose, both the magic and the resistance. Yes, this act that seems to be useless is actually the act to raise the skill level. I always shoot very small magic to the extent that it won't damage my body by myself. Who will think of such a thing? Even if someone thinks of it, who will put it into practice? There's always a new discovery when I'm with this person. Because I didn't assume that it would become such a long journey, the food seemed to run out soon. Should I go back to the town once? No, I can't go back to the town because this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. That's right. Since I'm living with this person, isn't it fine that I take the same meal? The meal that this person takes. There must be something. I have an upset stomach. It was poisonous. I thought that I was going to die. However, as expected, this person is magnificent. It's the first time that I hear of a title called Gross Feeder. I must thank it for giving me the opportunity to acquire the title. I will study on your side from now on. That's pretty good. So now he's just gonna follow her around and learn. I like the magician guy. Ronan, was it? Yeah, something like that.